Okay, so we're going to do on MW2 using the RTX 3060 Ti. I'm going to be starting it off with 1080p on the lowest preset.
Our counter UAV is active.
I've turned
Friendly UAV on
the
station.
spot shadow quality to low. By default, it's set to high as well. Let's continue.
I'm with you.
We're getting 150 to 160 FPS, so like 10 to 20 FPS less than the 3080. Oh, that's not good. He's 360. That stun had me.
Got your cover.
Just lying there. Seriously? Okay. Come on now. I'm not even near it. Chill. This game is very campy, it seems like. And I haven't figured out a good gun to use yet. M4 has heaps of recoil. No way you're sitting there. I don't know why I'm shocked over that, to be honest. I should be expecting it.
Loading.
Oof. I gotta say again, you're a coward, kid. We are still getting some dips into the 130s, so it's not a perfect 150, or even like a perfect 144. I shouldn't have double peeked him, I got greedy. But still overall, feels very fluid, very responsive, very good. He's pre-firing, that's crazy with it. Can use DLSS, but probably shouldn't at 1080p. After this left, I'm gonna go ahead and push it up to 1440p. And continue from here. I think I'm gonna run into a VRAM issue at extreme settings.
Standing by.
Got that roof.
Recon flyover.
Copy that.
Wait, the mouse stopped working. What was that about?
Dropping ammo here.
But yeah, extreme settings. Most likely gonna run into a VRAM issue. With a 3080, it was using up 9 gigs of VRAM. And we don't have 9 gigs on this card, we have 8 gigs. So, either gonna lag like crazy, it's gonna have some weird issues with it. Playing at 1440p now, playing at 100 FPS. So we lost, hello, like 40 FPS, 30 to 50 FPS, realistically. Game feels, say the game looks very clear though. Very clear. It's very easy to spot enemies now. Nice well. Nice job, teammate. This map is by far the worst one in the beta. For me anyways. Might be better for someone, other people, but it's got a weird design. That's freaky. I need to get out of here. This is not, no, I'm flashed. Or stunned, I should say. I wish I had more options with attachments. I can't make this gun work. Nice little shot there, Kingslayer.
Enemy securing Charlie.
Losing B.
The enemy took Alpha. UAV ready to deploy.
Coward.
Blooded online. We've lost Charlie.
Recon overhead.
Copy that. UAV
I like how I called the UAV when it's a counter UAV. Yeah, that was really smart of me.
Standing by.
Playing at 4K. Game feels extremely laggy. Way worse than the 3080.
The enemy holds 2 of
Falling into the 50s already. Just very unplayable, honestly. But you're falling into the 40s as well. It's not even like a consistent 50. You're falling into the low 40s, mid 40s, 30s, and then you're spawning in. Pretty awful. You want to go ahead and actually use DLSS.
enemy Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Objective Alpha secure.
Playing at balance. Using balanced DLSS. Jumping up to the 80s now instead of the 40s and 50s. Okay, what? Why is the map open? That's so stupid. Still stuttering here and there. so it's not the smoothest. Dude, there's no way you're playing like that. Come on now. Come on now. It's going too far.
We're losing Charlie. Control 2 objectives.
The aiming doesn't feel very fluid. The game is still stuttering. The UI is bugging out. Yeah, not the best experience at all.
Securing objective Bravo.
Very hard to play like this.
We control Bravo.
Honestly, I think for this game and this card, I would stick to 1080p. You can't get away with playing at 1440p lowest settings, I would say. The game still does look very good. But you want to get the most FPS possible. And the game is just too intensive, to be honest. Playing at 1080p medium settings. These are the settings the game gave us. Way smooth. Wait, are we playing at 1080p? This looks very pixelated. Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. FPS is sitting between 130 to 140 still, so I think we're getting 150 at most at the lowest settings. And right now we're sitting between 110 to 130, so not that bad, to be honest. You can get away with medium settings as well. I'm gonna die. Oof. It's getting quite late, so I'm gonna be a bit tired. So I won't be as talkative, but hopefully I can still play decently throughout all this. I won't spend too much time on these settings, or as long as I did with the 3080. I might even skip the 4K presets, because I don't think it's going to be very playable at all with this card. Even though it can handle 4K normally in other games, this game is just
Requesting recon overhead.
too much, I think.
We've got him on the
I guess it is a beta. It could get better over time. That's a person that's alive. I thought it was dead. Oh, I should have shot him anyway. Game back down, I had to restart the whole thing because it wouldn't load into matches for whatever reason. But I'll do a bit more play at 1440p. There we go. I went out for way too long. I need to get this done. I don't know how well I'll play, but hopefully it's decent. Finally getting the museum map. This was removed on the PS4 and PS5 beta. We are falling it down into the okay, the game's stuttering quite a bit now. It's kind of weird. Wasn't doing this before, but well, I gotta focus up. It is stuttery right now though. That's kind of weird. It's also very inconsistent with the way it stutters. It doesn't do it consistently, but it does it in in bursts, you know. This game is quite fun, I gotta say. It's actually a very nice game. I just wish we had more guns and more stuff to unlock, really. And there's a couple of bugs I gotta fix out as well. Like the UI doesn't really scale with the resolution. As you can see, there's it's like a PNG file pretty much that's only showing at 1080p. So if you play at 4K, it will only show you in the 1/4 of the screen, so it's very distracting. Alright, we're getting 50 to 60 FPS with some bugginess with the shadows on the ground. It's a bit whack, but it's honestly not that bad on this map. But obviously it's not as good as playing at 1440p or 1080p. It's not as responsive. But that's kind of obvious at this point. The shadow is very buggy, like look. It's not shadows, it's actually just like explosion impact thingy. Gonna enable DLSS, play at balance settings, should give us a decent FPS boost. Sitting in the 90s now, even the hundreds maybe? No, can't get the hundreds, but sitting in the high 80s, 290s. Honestly, I can't really feel a difference with the way the game feels. Still feels like it's running in the 60s. I'm gonna still stuttering as well. Come on, there you go. You're walking through the bullets. Thank you for that. Oh, that guy's looking at me as well. I don't know how he lived through that. You know what? The one thing that I forgot to check for on the lowest settings is the CPU bottleneck. Can I? Hello? My aim is awful. It's just the skill is degrading as I play. But yeah, I forgot to check for a CPU bottleneck at the lowest settings 1080p. Because we were running at 3700X and with games like these, it normally runs into a CPU bottleneck with this card. Especially if you're playing on the lowest settings. But maybe it didn't. I have a feeling that it might not have run into a CPU bottleneck. Because this game is quite GPU intensive. Very good performance like always, getting 150 FPS. They're getting dips into the 130s as well. So, honestly, about the same as the low settings. I'm dead. No, I'm not. He didn't react. This AK is so good up close, even though it's an AR. Now, the one downside with 1080p is the visibility. It's just not as good as 1440p, for example. Sorry. Man, that's my fault. Now, it seems like the lowest settings is quite GPU intensive. And as you jump up through the settings to like medium and high, it doesn't really reduce too much performance at 1080p for this card. But if it's like 3080, then it's most likely going to drop down in the extreme preset. It's going to be quite a massive drop. But up to ultra, it's running very good at 1080p. I'm getting pre-fired. They might have a UAV up. Go for a reload real quick. Nice work, teammate. That guy's gotta relax. That was a high jump. Can't reload here though. I gotta just peek it. Let's go for the biscuit.
Requesting recon
Oh.
Copy that. UAV is on station. Ready to deploy.
No, I messed up. I couldn't see properly. I'm forced to do a voiceover for this part of the video since after finishing this match, I couldn't load into any of the matches. It just kept loading and then just resetting. I quit the game, restarted like always, and I couldn't connect to the servers anymore. So, tried for a good 20 minutes trying to fix it, and it wouldn't fix. So I'm kind of forced to finish the benchmark like this. Got out to ultra settings, couldn't test that 1440p ultra or 4K ultra. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, did you give it a like? Subscribe to the channel for happy shit as well. See you next time.